Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of Zero Escape VLR, or Virtue's Last Reward, or Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward VLR, whatever. It's the same name, almost, sort of, everywhere. But yeah, anyways, last episode we basically finished up the puzzle and got the golden document that gave us some secrets in the bee garden. We finished that off, and now we've bumped into another group as we were getting out of that group, which, since we're done with that puzzle, we're getting closer to the next branching point, it looks like. So that's pretty much where we're headed to. So yeah, we bumped into the old group, another group, with Fi, Tenyoji, and Dio, that's their group. Group of 3, and they're gonna probably talk to us about something about how we're here or why are we here kind of thing, which is annoying because it's like we're gonna bump into each other eventually anyways. But yeah, Alice wants our map, so we're gonna show her our map so she can explain why we ended up together, I guess. Map? Chizu? Chizu? Sorry, yeah, Chizu is map in Japanese, I think. Oh, right. Oh, so this. I dug out the map out of my pocket and spread it out in front of us.
確かシグマ、アリス、ルナの3人は青の扉の先へと進んだのじゃったな。
Ah, yeah.
入った部屋はどこじゃ？
This fan-shaped one. It's called the bee garden.
ビオトープ？
It's this big dome with a bunch of plants in it. Look, you can go see it for yourself, alright?
それで天明寺さんたちは？
おう、わしらは緑の扉からここ治療室に。
Oh, treatment center. And then we meet up. Right, that makes a lot of sense where we end up at. I'm trying to see where it goes, and it looks like it might end up at the bottom of the map, like the center bottom, because there's a big area at the center bottom of this map. Right here. ここです。
ところで治療室って何？医務室とは違うの？
Infirmary. I guess it is kind of. Treatment centers is like similar to the if you've seen my playthrough of 999, or if you played through 999 yourself, it's basically the hospital bedroom, basically, with a lot of like bedrooms. But for treatment center, it could be that, or it could be like a sort of lounge looking area for patients. It depends on how the place is set up to be for the treatment center.
見てみるか？一度通り抜けた部屋なら自由に出入りすることが可能なはずだから。
Wait, are we actually headed to it? Wait, we're actually going to the treatment center? Sure, let's have a look. After a few moments of brisk walking, we found ourselves in the treatment center. Treatment center. I wonder why we're going in here, though. That's the weird part. Alright, it looks like a scientific center, I guess. What are those? それは何ですか？
治療用のポッドらしい。この中に入ってシステムを起動させれば、ある程度の病気や怪我なら治すことができるみたいだ。
Whoa, that's nuts.
だったらディオもこの中に入ったらどう？
Dio climbing into one. Wait, why is Alice playing around with Dio like that?
なんでだよ。
あなたの頭イカれてるみたいだから。
Wait, why are they teasing Dio like he has a brain problem? He doesn't have a brain problem. He's just very brash. I think Dio is just very brash, or very like he doesn't like to think about the consequences or the problems. He just wants to get to the solution. And that's typical to a lot of people, I feel like, when they're like in a state of like panic a lot. like some people might not be able to handle situations that they're like not been in before, and it just becomes pressurizing, that they just become very like thoughtless about their situation a bit more. I mean, I can probably be one of those people where I'm just like if I don't have adrenaline kicked in, I might not be very focused on what's going on that's wrong, and then I get hurt for it, or just something else entirely.
喧嘩売ってんのかこら
Excuse me.
まあまあそう熱くなるなディオ。
But at the same time, it's interesting because like dynamics of Alice and Dio, being that they're both like, where Alice is making fun of Dio is almost similar to Seven and Lotus from the previous game, where Seven kept making fun of Lotus, but now it's Alice who's making fun of Dio. It's like a flip.
それこそこのポッドのお世話にならなければならなくなるぞい。
あどういう意味だよ
さっき調べた時に教えたじゃろう。このポッドにはコールドスリープの機能もついておる。じゃからこの中に入って頭を冷やせば。
ちょっと待って。Wait. Did you say cold sleep? That's where they freeze you, right? And you can say that you can stay that way for a really long time?
そうじゃ。
記録によると、およそ8時間前まで、このポッドでコールドスリープにかけられていた人間が3人いるようだ。
3人って誰よ？
私たち9人の中にその3人がいると？
Probably. I'm assuming K was probably one of them, because K probably is frozen to the point where he might have been a little bit scarred from it, maybe? I don't know.
詳しいことはわからない。
Or it could be Alice, realizing that Alice was one of the people who got frozen.
ただ、ここにある3台のポッド、いずれにも、そのデータが残されていて。
How long were they here? How long were they here?
そうな。開始された時のデータがきれいさっぱりと消されておるんじゃよ。
Oh.
残されておったのは終了時のデータのみ。
Sorry, I'm trying to think of what he just said in Japanese.
つい最近まで3人がこのポッドの中で眠っていたという記録だけなんじゃ。
一体誰なのかしら、その3人って。
Yeah, definitely. It could be Tenmyoji, who's like older because of the ice freezed up his hair to be pure white. Sorry, I'm just making fun of his hair already. Or it could be Fi, because Fi's hair is white too, so it might frozen up her hair a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's any of us three. Like, it could well be anybody in this group that's like 3 of us. I wouldn't even bat an eye by the fact that 3 of us got frozen. Three of the 9 people here got frozen or something.
少なくともアリスは違うじゃろう。
Nani? What? Why not Alice?
アリスはコールドスリープするのにこんな装置なんぞ必要ないからじゃ。違うかね？
Oh, did he read into the fact that Alice was frozen in Ice 9?
は？何言ってるの？
Or maybe Clover told Tenmyoji about who Alice was.
とぼけなくてもよい。アリス、お前の体内の水分はアイスナインで構成されておる。
Oh, they're bringing it up now.
アイスナインとは36度以下で凍ってしまう特殊な水のこと。
I'm trying to think, because for some reason the translation team just changed the degrees language. I think this is Fahrenheit, 96.8 Fahrenheit, when the document said 30 degrees Celsius, I think.
したがって体温を36度以下に下げれば。
Let me double check. I can double check, I think. Archive, secrets. It's page 11, I believe. There we go. Here. 45.8 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I think the math is wrong somehow. Like, the document says one way, but the Tenmyoji saying it another way. I'm very, very confused. melting point is 45.8 degrees Celsius, meaning 45.8 degrees Celsius is roughly about 120 degrees Celsius ish, I think, somewhere around there. I might be wrong. Not Celsius. 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry, it is a rough translation. How do I know? Because I look at my Celsius in my computer temperatures instead of Fahrenheit, which I much prefer. I've gotten used to it, I think, with the Celsius things, because Fahrenheit is the American language for temperature in a weird way. I don't know why we do this, but that's what we do, I guess. The Americans are like this, and that's how we go, I guess. Even with, like, metrics, we don't say meters, we say, like, miles or kilometers. Oh, no, we don't say miles, we say... Or we don't say kilometers, we say miles. And not meters, we say inches. And then if we don't say pounds... Or we don't say grams, we say pounds. But grams are typical because scientifically we usually use grams a lot more than pounds in our weight systems. But people literally just like using pounds because we see pounds a lot more on some of the stuff like scales in the stuff we get. Like the scale to weight ourselves. But yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a weird translation of a lot of different type of metrics for some reason.
コールドスリープなどという面倒なことをせずとも、お前は体をカチンコチンに凍らせることが。
Come on, dude. Are you telling me you're gonna not freaking translate any of it?
なんでそんなことあなたが知ってるのよ。
I feel like they didn't translate that correctly though, or they didn't want to translate the whole thing to be more accurate. I mean, if it's downscaled to that, I doubt it, because there's not a lot of times where it's like that. It's just they change it because they want to shorten what Tenmyoji just said to just a fresh line of there's no machine needed for you or something.
四つ葉から聞いてな。
Yeah, I was assuming Clover would have told him about Alice.
四つ葉から？
最初にラウンジを探索した時のことじゃ。
Yeah.
そう。
何がおかしい？
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. I don't know why I didn't say at the beginning of the episode sometimes, but I don't have a secondary monitor, so if I'm looking at my phone a little bit on the side here, or I'm looking down a little bit, it's because I'm checking on time, because I don't know what the time is no more, based on whatever's recording on. I just know it's recording. So if there's a mistake in recording somewhere, forgive me. I might be like, I wouldn't know that it was like broken or something until then, and I might have to re-record something. Thankfully, this one has a forgiving saves file. There's some other games that don't have it, and it's gonna hurt me a lot more, but yeah, anyways.
だって天明寺さん真に受けちゃってるみたいだったから。
Oh, she's gonna just play coy and try to pretend like it's not actually a thing that she was frozen at time?
あなたは四つ葉にからかわれたのよ。
Shut up, Alice, please. Well, actually, if she knew the fact that the player who played 999 knew about her situation, there's a high likely chance that we say bullcrap. But for now, I'll leave it to the characters to feel whatever they feel.
もしも四つ葉が本当にそんなことを言ったんだとしたらね。つまり嘘。冗談ってこと。
冗談？冗談なわけがあるか。お前の体の中には確かにアイスナインを主成分とした液体が。
それはただの誤解なのよ。誤解っていうか、一つの噂話。都市伝説を元にしたバカバカしいほどの勘違いなんだけど。
I am a little bit partially saddened by the fact that the writers or the people who are writing this are like doing this, but then again, who knows really? Like, there might be a motive of why she's doing this, where she's trying to hide herself even further. I don't know. Like, I don't think Alice needs to be like secretive about a lot of things, but then again, it's like it's getting a little harder for me to like feel any interest in knowing Alice. Like, I think the only thing I care about in terms of Alice is what happened at the end of 999 to VLR, but none of that is being covered. Instead, it's just saying that her father's been killed and stuff. It's just like I don't care about her backstory as much. There's no interest point. That's the problem in knowing who Alice is. She's just being force fed to me in this path. Like she's being forced into spotlight because I chose this path. With seemingly no other prompting, Alice had launched into a lengthy explanation. It went something like this. Oh, she actually went into explanation. At some point in the past, someone found a frozen mummified Egyptian queen. What was curious about this mummy, however, was that it remained frozen at room temperature. People began to refer to her as All Ice, which eventually became simply Alice. Rumors that her body was made of Ice 9 began to circulate, and her bizarre refusal to thaw only compounded them.
で、どういうわけか私がそのアリスなんじゃないかって疑われることになったのよ。
Thank God, actually, because at least they simplified it there. I can't believe they actually chose to simplify that explanation into that one page. Why can't they do this more often? I'm sorry. That's how I feel like a lot of times when they do the pseudoscience. I talked about this previously. It's hard to explain all the sort of like minute scientific or pseudoscientific explanation stuff, and then labeling it down to just, or condensing it down to like a few lines is just enough for me to just be like, okay, cool, I don't need to know too much. Like, quick summary, keep it simple. It gets me like already knowing what's going on. Like, I think that going too specific will be harder. I think the best way to do this is the specifications are like those secret documents, because they actually give you more of an insight of what's going on or who these people are or whatever. And I much prefer that to be the place of where the exposition would be at, where they explain more detail about All Ice and Alice and some other secretive things that we might not think about when we hear them at a different time of the game. But anyways. Okay.
凍りついたミイラが36度を超えて溶け出し、自由に動き回れるようになったんじゃないかって。それが私だって言うんだから。ほんと笑っちゃうわよね。
Honestly, we could just give it a shot experimentally.
アリスの存在も常温では溶けない水のこともただの都市伝説に過ぎないのに。
They said her liquids in her body is all Ice 9, right? So all she needs to do is just spat water onto the floor, like she spits onto the floor, and see if it freezes up. That's all I could say. Or cut a wound up and see if the blood freezes as it comes out, and then heals really fast or something. I do think Alice can be. I feel like Alice could be unkillable though if her blood is able to freeze up anything, as long as the poison isn't kind of like similar to Ice 9, I guess. No. Actually, no, it is true, I think. If the poison is liquid and it's in Alice's body, it could easily freeze up then. But why would people make that mistake about you in particular?
名前がアリスだったからじゃねえよな。アリスなんて名前のやつは5万といるわけだし。
Sure.
顔立ちや身なりからそう思われたのではないでしょうか。
I mean, she does look like an Egyptian queen or princess.
確かに私の佇まいには気品が満ち溢れているものね。エジプトの王女様だと勘違いされたとしても不思議じゃないわ。でも理由はそれだけじゃないみたいなのよね。私のことをそんな風に誤解した人物はこんなこと言ってたの。見たことがあるって。
Oh.
もちろん私はすかさず問いただしたわ。あなたはミイラのアリスを見たっていうの？だとしたらそれはいつ？どこで？そしたらその人途端に口ごもっちゃって、なんだかその姿を見たらかわいそうに思えてきて、だから私こんな風に言ってあげたの。もしもあなたがそう思うのなら、もしかしたら私はそのアリスなのかもしれないわ。 今はただその時の記憶を失ってしまってるだけでって。それにしても四つ葉ったらどうしてそんなことを天明寺さんに話したりしたのかしら。からかうにしてもちょっと唐突な気がするんだけど。
No, I have a lot to believe that this is the actual Alice. I just think that she's lying, like she's playing psychological lies to this group here because she just wants to get them off her back for now because I mean, she did give us a different story about what she is. She's the detective looking for the killer who killed her father, but then there's also the fact that Clover says that she's the same lady who got iced up for many, many years. But it is true that we don't know to what extent of when she was frozen and what for, besides the fact that we know she was mummified and stuff with Ice 9 and everything. So there's still a little bit of a hint of mystery, which kind of works in her favor to just say, well, it could be true or it could be fake, but who knows? Like, you can ask her all these things, but she could easily lie about it or easily tell you the truth and you won't even believe it or something like that. So it's hard to really know who Alice really is at this moment. It probably might take until an obvious something shows up and says that it is true that this is the same Alice, but I don't know. I don't know if this game's going to even bother explaining it, I just feel like it's going to always leave it to a mystery, which kind of feels sad a little bit.
ネタは何でもよかったんじゃねえか。きっと天明寺を試したんだよ。どんだけバカ正直に自分の話を信じ込むかってさ。
I also think Dio is stupid enough to try to convince us that he actually agrees with Alice, which is stupid to me.
なるほど。
Sorry, Dio. I don't believe in you either.
あの子ならやりかねないわね。
I don't think Clover is that kind of person to lie either. I think she does if she would lie, definitely, if she likes... Or she definitely would lie if she dislikes you or she hates your guts. But that isn't usually the case, I feel like. Because in the first game, I don't think she's changed that much. Where she would be quiet if she hates you or is, like, very concerned about something. But then she would tell you the truth if you're willing to connect with her, like, very deeply.
さてと、無駄話はこれでおしまい。コールドスリープの件はもちろん気になるけど、今は先に進みましょう。もう一チーム、赤の扉を抜けた3人はもう倉庫に戻ってるかもしれないし。
At Alice's request, we made our way out of the treatment center. Alright. See if the other group has made it through their puzzle. Oh no, wait, we're going somewhere else. Interesting. I see, we're going to that big room that's in the center of the map. Wait, what? It's identical to the frickin' other thing? Memento Mori. I want to read what that message was. Memento Mori. Memento Mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun. Memento Mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun. What was the first line again? I'm trying to think. The milkman went to comedy or something like that. I'm not sure what these, like, messages are for, but I fear that this is gonna be important somehow, and I have to remember what they were saying back then with the first line and the second line.
倉庫みたいですね。
Sorry, I didn't even read Sigma's line. これは This is.
上の階の倉庫と同じような作りね。
Yeah, it does look like the same warehouse though.
おい、あそこ見てみろ。
Looks like there's more doors, but different colors.
扉が3枚あるな。
表面が白く輝いておるが、もしや。
It'll probably light up to a different color later. These might be the next set of chromatic doors.
そのようだな。見ろ。他の CD と同じような装置が 脇についてる。
つまり次の CD は白の扉ということですね。
今までとは違って全部同じ色なのね。
Well, they'll probably turn into the right color when they hit the point. But, of course, the other previous chromatic doors have shown in a specific color before, but it could be a little different where it doesn't matter which color it goes through as long as it's just a number of people, maybe?
とにかくこのことを他の3人にも知らせてやらんと。
So this. Right. Let's head back to floor A. Oh. Oh, that's us going back. I was confused. What? This looks like an elevator room, though. That's interesting. Wait, did the other group just head back to the main room? I'm confused. There's only 6 of us, but we didn't bump into the other 3. The last 3. I'm betting one of them is dead. One of the three people are dead, probably. I would not be surprised if one of the 3 is dead. The 3 of the other ones that we have not seen yet. Would not be surprised. Warehouse A. Let's see what happens. Hmm? Kay, why are you always so worried about this? Like, it seems like Kay always seems to land on like a very like troubled state every time. Alright, I wanted to see if there was a movement to it because it was doing some transitional stuff.
皆さん、やっと来ていただけましたね。
And
お待ちしていたのですよ。
did something happen?
ええ。クオーク君が。
クオークが？
Don't tell me he's dead. Well, I mean, it makes sense if he did die, but I don't think I would want that, though.
クオークがどうしたんじゃ？
倒れたのです。
Okay, cool. He's not dead. Okay, thank goodness.
つい先ほど部屋を探索していた時に。
なんじゃと？
He's probably getting sick because his body can't handle the... Because it seems like our body was... Everybody's body at least has some sort of, like, problem so far in this place. But I'm assuming it's because his body was getting hit by, like, headaches so strong that he just got knocked out instead.
とにかく、すぐに医務室に来てください。
Oh, he's in infirmary.
今は四葉さんが付き添って見ていますが、いつ容体が急変してもおかしくはありません。
That's so weird. I don't think he had a condition, though.
ですから。
When we met him, he wasn't... that sound. I mean, when we met Quark, he wasn't really in some sort of bad condition either, so I'm confused. Alright, we're almost out of time, so... Anyways, Tenmyoji shoved Kei aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him. Alright, we'll end the episode as we get in here. There he is. Alright, cool. I'll end it here for now, since that's a good spot to end it. So we can start talking about how Quark is knocked out and everything. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode or another video of mine. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day, week, and night, or whenever you're watching this. Next episode, let's go ahead and see what happened to Quark. Examine him and see if he's knocked out or if he's actually been hit by, like, tampering with the bracelet and accidentally got spiked by the poison, which kind of sucks if that is the case. Yeah, next episode we'll see what happens then, and then hopefully we'll figure out what the heck happens with Quark. I don't expect too much right now because I think there's going to be a choice happening soon, and I don't know where this is going to go. I do suspect that the game will probably throw some death characters, like characters who will end up being dead, at us sooner or later. I don't suspect that they would give us an easy way out for like not letting these characters at least go down at least once. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what the story goes from here, because I have no clue how that story's gonna go. Otherwise, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Roz out.